All right, everyone. I want to say first, Claudia, I love you. And I want to say that this honor belongs to you as well, because as you noted, when we asked, you came out and you helped teach, and you showed up in the dead of winter at the outdoor rink, and you didn't hesitate when asked. And today, you still pay it forward daily. I'd like to say, first of all, I applaud figure skating in Harlem for all that it does for these young girls, but also for all of us who participate, who have taught, who are on the board. I think in many ways we have gotten more out of it than any of us expected to. I also want to applaud the girls who've come through this program and are still in it. Skating friends from so many generations. I've seen people in this room tonight that I haven't seen in, I hate to say it, 45 years. Who span so many generations, and my fellow honorees. Congratulations to all of you, and I know there's been a lot of applause tonight, but I'd like to suggest a round of applause for all of those folks. It is a magical night tonight, and I am incredibly honored and deeply grateful to be here tonight. My life has been a patchwork of love, loss, success, failure, and pushing limits. As my sister noted, I am here because my life and career embody what figure skating in Harlem teaches. I believe that when you learn to skate, you learn to soar. And I was someone who loved to skate. As my sister said, it was my happy place. But what does that mean in practical terms? You've heard a little bit from the girls tonight, but let me tell you what I think it means. I believe that it means trying, falling down, getting up, trying again, and repeating that cycle thousands of times. I mean literally thousands of times. For anyone who has ever skated, you spend a lot of time sitting down, laying down, sliding across the ice. I think it means if you lose, reach higher. If you win, be humble. If you're frustrated, change your approach and try it again. Don't keep doing the same thing. If you're afraid, jump anyway. And if you're exhausted, which so many of us are day to day in our everyday life, stand up, put your head up, smile, put one foot in front of the other, and make your path, create your journey. Skating is the perfect metaphor for life, and it is a perfect training ground for life. I started skating seriously at the age of 7, and after winning my first competition at the age of 10, it felt like I would never lose, and for a long time I didn't. And then I did, which was disappointing and distressing, and I didn't have great tools at the time for how to reflect and recover. But part of what I learned over time is how to lose, how to regroup, and how to come back together. I lost focus, I was afraid, and I was on the verge of quitting. But as my sister said, I am not one to be deterred. So I tried again and ran at it harder and trained differently, and it worked. At the age of 13, I became a member of the U.S. international team. It was an extraordinarily proud moment for me. And thank you. And then, as my sister said, I had a career-ending, what I thought was a career-ending injury. When they told me that I might never skate again, it was unfathomable. After that, I came back and qualified for the Olympic trials at the age of 16. People assume that this level of success, even though in relative terms to many people in this room it pales in comparison, is what makes me who I am, but they're wrong. I am who I am because of the years I spent training and practicing all of those things I mentioned, and coming to know deep inside, which I think is the message with figure skating in Harlem, that hard work and training create a foundation that when tested remains strong. That's true in skating, and it's true in life. Skating prepared me well for my academic career, particularly when I was accepted into MIT after originally being told no. Like many things, I thought no was the beginning of our discussion at MIT, not the end. 52 students from 22 countries were ultimately accepted into the program I went to. To get accepted, I was on a mission. Wasn't thinking about what I fit exactly. I just thought, this is something I need to do. Once I was accepted, it was tremendously intimidating. My classmates were impressive, and they were very accomplished. I told myself, though, you used to stand on the ice, and you would stand in those lights by yourself, shaking, quite literally, and you did it. This is nothing by comparison. Get after it. And I did. Despite the fear and the doubt and the exhaustion, I completed 2 years of business school credits in a single year. The message from that is until you stretch, until you try things you think you can't do, until you pour your heart and soul into something, you don't know what you're actually capable of. And that is also something skating has taught me. My career followed a similar path. I failed spectacularly at certain things, but mostly I succeeded against the odds. An outlier generally, female in a male-dominated world, and unusual in my approach. I frequently have people say, are you sure you know what you're doing? But I believe in what I'm doing, and that makes all the difference. And from skating, try, fall down, get up. Try again, try differently. Keep doing it until you succeed. I fix broken businesses, sort of like an urgent care for companies. Some are banged up, some chronically ill, some are dying. They all need compassion, intellect, creativity, and good execution. But most of all, they need persistent determination, because change and growth and improvement is hard. I don't care whether you're a company or an individual, it is difficult. That persistent determination has defined everything that I do in my life. One client said to me, you rip through walls to get things done, and I thought that was the ultimate compliment. As Claudia said, my family may not feel that way, but I thought it was a great compliment. And so when I do my job well, my team and I recover value, we preserve jobs, and we save legacies. But there's a beautiful pay-it-forward effect here, and I love my job most because it allows me to give back. There was a very large donation sent in my honor from a husband and wife couple that we helped along the way. And when I called them and said, I think you made a mistake, do you want a few of your zeros back? They laughed just like you did, and they said, no, this honor and this donation to figure skating in Harlem in your name is because we would not have what we have today were it not for you. We built a business over 30 years, and when we met you, we were on the brink of utter ruin. So this is to say thank you. And so we come full circle, from my skating career to my current career to figure skating in Harlem. And though I credit skating with who I've become, it takes a village. So I'd like to say thank you tonight to my family, for whom they treat me as if I am always enough. It is one place where I don't strive, and it is amazing. And my friends and my colleagues, some of whom are both friends and colleagues, who make me smarter and better every single day. And to figure skating in Harlem, who I showed up to teach in those early years when Sharon called and said I could use some help. I showed up as the teacher, but I left as the student, informed by the girls that I taught, their attitude, their sass, their commitment, as Sharon said, the families and the drive they had to provide safety and opportunity and access for their children. It was impressive. When all is said and done, figure skating is the foundation for life, in my view. It was for me, and I think it is for all of the members of figure skating in Harlem. And because of that, more than 1,500 girls have had a chance to learn these skills on the ice and applied them off the ice, and you have seen the results, better than I could ever say. They, along with all the other skaters in this room tonight, including me, are proof. proof that physical strength creates mental and emotional strength, proof that grace and grit go hand in hand, proof that education opens possibilities, and proof that cultural exposure creates perspective. So with that, Figure Skating Harlem is proof that with opportunity, accomplished women are born from this sport. I am so proud to have been a founding volunteer of this organization that has done so much good over so many years. And before I close, I'd like to thank the team from Figure Skating in Harlem who've done an amazing job behind the scenes putting this all together, and my longtime friend Sharon Cohen. We have been friends for more than 4 decades, and you are an inspiration to me for things that you have offered in this world and done so profoundly well. Yeah. I ask all of you that are here tonight to continue contributing in whatever way makes sense to you, but stay involved. These girls deserve every bit of support you can give them to have opportunities that each of us growing up have had in some way or another. And tonight, I say congratulations to everybody, and thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.